So I'm going to make one lower cut. We still have ice down here. I'm not going any lower with this plant. So hey guys, welcome back to the channel. CountryMarro here, going through with a bit of water over these plants. Don't have my watch on me, but it's about 11 a.m. Today is Tuesday. I think it's the 3rd or the 4th. I think it's the 3rd of February. And I'm just going through trying to revive these plants. Getting down some water on them for the drip irrigation system over there in the ground bed. I'm not going to be using it right now because I don't just need water at the plant root. I need these beds to be fully saturated. I'm going to get these beds back to life, and whatever plants I can save, I'll try my best to do so. So I'm just going to be hitting these, and then I'm going to be solving my banana issues. With these bananas, if you leave them too long after frost, the entire plant will die. So you have to tend to them as soon as you can. Maybe about 2-3 days after a hard frost, like what we got last week, you have to go ahead and tend to your bananas right away. This is the worst I've seen for bananas. I've never seen bananas burnt back like this before, unless it's a hurricane and it go through and damage the bananas. But for burn, I've never seen this before, so I'm going to deal with it as best as I can. But I know they will survive. When I look at the lower part of these banana plants, closer to this root area, it's still green, still looking good. And I'm going to share that with you guys, or show it to you guys as soon as I get on that side. So I'm just going to finish up this watering and then I get back to you guys. But I need these bags to be fully soaked through, all the way through. Here are some papayas from the large papaya tree that I had there. I was to cut it back down. And all these papayas, I don't think these are usable, so I'm just going to throw these away. Another waste. I have some in the shed from the next papaya tree around the other side of the yard. Those can be used, but the ones that I left here, just no bueno. Look at them, all burnt back, and these are not young papayas. These are fully fit papayas, and this is what the frigid temperatures did to them. I'm going to attack these banana trees, but before I do so, let me just sprinkle this compost that I have here. I went ahead and emptied one of my composting bin just to restart it this year. I can just sprinkle everything right here and start over again. Guys, in gardening, in life, don't be afraid to start over. I have a tomato here. Maybe I'll just squeeze it out. Now for these bananas, they have burnt back all the way, but when I come down closer to the root section or to the mid area, it is quite green. If I should leave this banana for maybe 2 or 3 weeks, everything will start rotting and then the entire plant will die. I've never gone through a cold period like this or a cold spell like this with banana plants, but I know normally if we go down to like 32 thereabout, I would have to come in and cut off the top of these bananas and reset them so I can get fruit within that same particular year or fruiting season for the banana, which is going to be another 7 to 11 months or before your next frost. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut way up top just to see, and if it's brown or look burnt in the middle of it, I'm going to continue cutting all the way down. I'm going to start cutting from up top here, right below where the leaves are. Let me take you guys in a bit closer and show you. So I'm going to start cutting just about here below where the leaves start coming out from the plant and going upwards. When I make this cut, if it looks a bit burnt inside same way, I'm going to make another cut, but I don't want to cut this banana plant way too deep and it wasn't damaged that badly. So right there, and this is what we're looking like. Inside you can see a lot of brown stuff, so this banana plant was burnt all the way back to here. So I'm going to go down a bit more, maybe to about right here, and that should be good. But all this brown stuff that you see here, that's burned. This is ice on the inside, so let me just take you guys in and show you what's happening. I'm not sure about this one because this is the first time for me doing this with this cold of a temperature, but this is ice inside this banana plant. I've never seen it like this before. I've seen where it got burned and inside is a bit brown, and you can cut until you see, you know, the plant looking fresh and healthy. You leave it there for it to bounce back, but this is all icy. So I'm going to try something with this plant. If it works, it works, but I'm going to try something. So I'm going to make one lower cut. We still have ice down here. I'm not going any lower with this plant, so I'm just going to wrap the top of it and show you guys. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to wrap the top of this plant and show you guys how I'm going to try to save it. Hopefully I save it. I'm going to get a couple of plastic bags and I'm going to put them together and just put it over this plant, and then I'm going to tie it all the way around, or I'm going to tie it around the plant. Let me get something, like maybe a piece of cord, just to tie it and keep it like this, and I'm going to take you guys in a bit closer also. These are just 2 Walmart bags and I'm just going to tie them onto the tree. So just like that, for it not to blow away. This should keep the top of these plants. We should be going down to, I think it's 39 on Thursday or Friday again, which is not so bad for bananas. It will set them back a bit, but with a fresh cut like this, you need to protect it. Maybe about Saturday or Sunday, I'll come in and I'll remove these bags from off these banana plants because the time should be warming up a bit more. By that time, they should start shooting up a new leaf system that is going to fill out with this part of the banana plant and let everything look like one, and it will continue growing, hopefully. Let's get this one over here. Double 2 Home Depot bags, put it over the plant. This one look like it's smaller than the first one, so I can just tie the bag itself. I'm going to go ahead and just tie the bag around the plant. Another 5 or 6 days, I'll remove these and I should have sprout on top. These are some green onions that I harvested from the other side of the yard. I'm going to be putting these over on this side for the spring season. So depending on the season, I'll move around with my plants in the yard. They have some pretty long roots on them. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to remove those roots. Cut them back as much as possible so that they can have a fresh start. And I'm planting these green onions maybe about 4 inches apart. That's good enough for green onions. That's more than good enough for them. If you don't have as much space, you can go even closer with your green onions. don't think I'm going to be planting all of these because I have more than enough green onions. We have a whole lot packed away in storage, and then these are going to be in ground for the summer months also. This is going to be more than enough. These are going to push us all the way back to fall again, and as we harvest, so we just replant them. And these are your regular green onions that I got from Walmart. Even though they're looking so big, they're the regular ones from Walmart. So in Florida here, what is going to work for us if we're going to be putting back things in the ground is heavy watering. Don't rely on those drip systems to be putting water just directly at your roots. Get that soil fully saturated again and functioning. So water, water, water. Get them in. Don't overwater, but get your soil fully wet again. And let's just see how fast we can move away from this situation. It's a once in maybe every 10 years or 15 years, something like this happen here in Florida. So we can live past it. We just have to learn from it. And the good thing is we have the internet, so these things can be documented for the gardeners years to come. So that's going to be it from CountryMarro. God bless you all. See you in the next one. Happy gardening and cheers.